And hello! Courtesy of Kiesel Guitars today, we are in my editing suite, speccing out a guitar. They said we can send you one that we got, or we can build you one. Would you like to spec it out and show people how that works? Even though I already specced out one that I think is very nice. Very nice. You guys like it when my significant other Leslie sits next to me and makes stupid comments and looks very disinterested because for some reason you can see your significant other in that. So we have Leslie right here looking disinterested. Are you disinterested?
Very.
Will you still try to make good judgment calls on colors, woods, pickups, and the general specs?
Probably not.
Probably not. Could you try to speak up a little bit so that they can hear you in the mic? This is going to be an editing nightmare because I speak very clearly and very loudly.
It's not my problem.
So, we're here on the Kiesel website. If I'm not mistaken, that's Jeff Kiesel. Remember him being some dude with a mustache and tats. Might not be him, I don't know. There's guitars and stuff, but you can go to the builder. What Kiesel do, this is what we're, by the way, speccing, a Kyber.
Mm-hmm.
You know what a Kyber is? You know what a Kyber crystal is?
No.
So a lot of the Kiesel guitars are based on Star Wars themes. And the Kyber crystal is the crystal in a lightsaber that gives it its color. Good stuff, huh?
Mm.
You do know that Star Wars and Star Trek are not the same thing, right?
Mm.
It's a cool looking guitar, I think, very pointy, with a little bit of a curve in the back, kind of like some headless guitars would be. But when you go to the builder, so I got to tell you this, and I got to tell you guys this, Kiesel builds in, I think, California, and most of what they do is custom. Super high end. I've never held a Kiesel that wasn't beautifully built and beautifully done. However, the whole build it custom and then have it shipped overseas can be a problem. Yes, I'm working with Kiesel on this. Yes, they will build me a guitar. They even asked me, can we pay you for the video? And I said, well, if you build me the guitar, that's very kind and I cannot take payment. So sorry, we cannot feed the dogs and cats. Just getting a nice guitar.
Okay.
Okay. But in the US, if you don't like it, you can ship it back. I think there's a restocking fee or something. However, in Europe, yes, technically on some builds, you might be able to send it back if you don't like it. However, that means shipping, you might get stuck with the customs and not get them back, all that stuff. So you better spec the guitar that you know you're gonna like. Or maybe even if you do not like it, try to sell it locally, because getting a refund from Kiesel, you will put in some money, and it's not the best business model when it comes to selling internationally. Just a little warning. The builder is absolutely amazing. So here we have, well, what I spec'd out, which was what I hope we're going to end up later. We're going to look at the model first. So here are loads of models. This is the Kyber that we're going with. There's the Ares and the Ares neck through and the Titan Ares and the Delos. I don't know if that's a Star Wars thing. Lots of numbers and letters. Vader, you get that, right? It's the black dude.
I don't know if he's black.
He's not. He's Anakin Skywalker. No, he's not black. But the guy's black. Not the guy. You know? Okay. Vader. Leia, you get that? Solo, like Han. Lightspeed, Hyperdrive. Those guys are nerds. And look at all the models. Alan Holdsworth is not a Star Wars character. That was a guitar player. Chris Ledford. So these are probably, what are they called? Signature guitars for people. Frank Gabali, definitely signature guitar. He's got two. Jason Becker. A lot of different choices when it comes to bodies. I mean, we're going with the Kyber, but what would you pick if you were to pick one of these body shapes?
Why? Why would I pick one of those?
Like, to have like the guitar that you fall in love with body-wise. Come on. Would you want a single cut type like the Z2 layout with a flat bottom? Pointy one like the Hyperdrive or the Lightspeed? I don't even know where the difference is.
I don't like the pointy ones.
Okay. They have the Type X, which is ugly as fuck, especially the headless. We can't have that. We're going for a Kyber. Bam. So I just reset it. So this is what you would get for $15.99. All mahogany, dots, boring. As far as I can see, there aren't even locking tuners, which we're going to have to get to, because I'm not going to have a modern guitar without locking tuners, obviously, right?
Obviously.
Obviously. Strings. 6 or 7. We want a 6 string, right?
I don't know.
Yeah, that's 6 string. Now, do we want multi-scale? I'm not sure about that. Continue. I kind of have a feeling that multi-scale probably isn't the worst idea.
I don't know what that is.
Well, you see that the lower string is longer, because see in the back how it's, see how the frets are slightly crooked?
Mm-hmm.
So the lower string is longer than the higher string. Gives it more tension for the low-end chuggers. We're going to go with multi-scale. Case, black ultimate soft case is the choice, and if I unclick that, I can't. So why is it even here? Body options, now we're going to get to it. Do we want a bevel? I think we want a bevel. It's $100 extra. So now there's a little bit of a bevel. We want that.
Okay.
It's prettier. Wood. What body wood would you like? Not that I'm going to go with what you say, but... Oh, so alder is the standard. It's not mahogany. Black limber. Oh, upgrade's free. That's cool. No thanks. Swan bash. It's lots of warnings. Walnut. It's not going to be the top anyway. It's just the body. We're going to pick a different top. It's not going to look like that just in the back.
Oh.
Which is why we're taking black limber, which is a type of mahogany. Carina, black limber, similar things. And then no upcharge, and it looks really cool in the back when that's clear glossed. Top wood. Now we're talking. None. That would be ridiculous, right? They have a ridiculous sale on burley maple. But black limber for the top would be stupid, because then we just wouldn't pick a top because we already have black limber. Mahogany for the top would be stupid because it's boring wood, right? I mean, boring.
Okay.
Plain maple is plain. Some of those can't be painted. Zebra wood can be painted, but my fear is that it's too dark for the colors to really show well.
Oh, it's also going to be painted.
Oh, yeah. There's a lot of color options. But some color options are only available for some woods.
Okay. But you can still see this
Yeah.
grains
Yeah.
under the paint. Oh, because otherwise I was thinking, what would it matter? What?
If I can have a
If
guitar
it's
with an
painted.
amazing top and grain, why would I have it painted opaque? We want to see the wood grain because that's awesome.
Okay.
You don't want to see the wood grain?
Okay.
You're probably going to go for... Oh, they have ugly options. You're probably going to go for an ugly option. Obviously, flame maple is what we want, right? Nope.
No, I don't like it.
Figured Claro walnut. Flamed spalted maple. It just looks dirty. Now that's nicer flame for $450 extra. Flame Koa is not happening right now, apparently. Poplar burl. It's kind of like what I have on my Fibonacci, you know. Quilted. I think quilted is also pretty sparse right now. Buckeye burl could be cool, but I'm again worried that some of the black or darker parts don't take the color well. I would like to go for the 7A flame maple for $750 extra. So that's $750 only for the top. But I mean, look at it. If that's the kind of... Obviously, that's an example. Yeah. No, I want to go for the What? What happened? I want this. I want
I
this.
don't like it.
What do you mean you don't like it?
I don't want that one.
Yeah, but that's what I want.
Well, then you shouldn't have made me sit here
But
and
what?
help you pick.
But what do you want?
I like the burl, poplar burl, or quilted maple, or
Quilted we can.
flame spalted maple.
But
I don't like the lines, the stripy ones.
you mean the amazing flame maple that they have?
What's wrong with poplar burl? Why don't you like it?
It's not that I don't like it, but it really depends on the piece. It could look amazing. It could look okay.
Well, that's what I pick. You made me sit here, and that's what I pick.
So you picked the poplar burl.
Yep.
I can always change it when you're gone. Just saying. Poplar burl, it is for now. We can pick the color and then maybe switch between the flame spalted and the poplar. Okay. So now it gets... so we can't do any solid colors on that. Because it would be stupid to do poplar burl and then a solid color, right? So for a second, let's look at solid colors. They have a lot of them. A lot. But they're smart enough to not charge for an amazing top when, you know, you're picking a solid color. And it's a nice looking guitar in those colors as well. They also, but they also do 80s crackle.
Unicorn would go well with your clothing.
That is cool. But I also like nice top woods. This would be like my second Kiesel. Metallic colors. Doesn't really look too different here. Then you can have these color shift colors. We already have color shift guitars. Like the Shabbat. It's cool, but you know. So translucent. That's some cool shit. But now, of course, we got to change the top wood again. To your stupid poplar burl. That means the color has to be bright enough for that to show. Don't know the difference between translucent colors and stain colors. So maybe I'm not sure. It all kind of goes too dark, I think. I love teal. Yeah, I want natural. Yeah. Yeah, I want the back to be natural. I do. Yeah, I like that. Of course. Imperial. Get it? Star Wars. Too dark. I do like that. Blue to teal. You know? Not with the green. You see, the Monster Burst only works with the Flame Maple. Nah, too classic. So if we went with something like this, I would go for one of those. Probably the Lagoon. What do you think?
Don't you already have guitars like that?
Yeah, because I like it. So now there's also, those are translucent colors, but here are stain colors. But then the body wood black limber, yep. Select the rear body option. Natural clear. Oh, and you can only do it with Swamp Ash? Ah, okay. So if you want to stain it, not paint it, apparently it's got to be Swamp Ash. Oh, that's boring. So we're going back to translucent colors. Aqua, wood, top wood. What does it look like with the spalted? Let's look at stuff with the spalted, okay? Aqua burst. It looks pretty dark. I don't want to lose the grain. If we went with like a flame maple, you know, it wouldn't be that dark. Okay, here are fades. And fades are really cool. We can do that with, not with that, but with natural clear, select the color. So it goes from dark to nothing. I also like that. Any favorites right now?
Not the yellow to red.
I mean, a fade or a translucent.
Oh.
There's also sparkle or denim. But for denim, we need a different top because it's yellow, it's grayed out now. We need a flame top, obviously. Let me just show you, okay? Let's just say we go to the flame maple, okay? I mean, look how cool that looks. But then we can go to the denim. Huh? Hot, huh? Come on, blue denim. Oh my God, look at that. So they really work out the contrast of the grain. Hot, huh?
Nah.
It's hot, huh? Top wood, none, and then I do continue, and then we have finish, and then you can do, well, you can't do matte top coat. How do I change that then? So here are sparkle finishes. Which I'm telling you right now, we're not doing. Even though they're pretty cool. I mean, that's hot. Okay, with everything we looked at, what would you like? Top wood, flame or poplar, spalted or poplar?
One of those two.
Which one?
Poplar bowl.
Okay. Translucent or a fade? That's really what we can do. If that was the choice, I would go for probably that. Yeah.
That one with the teal to blue is nice.
Hard to say. Let's go with that. Logo, who cares? What, how do you want the Kiesel logo to look?
Where's it gonna be?
It's this. I mean, it's not a big headstock. So the way I see it, it's just a K.
Yeah, but you don't want red or yellow.
Or most certain, or pink. I mean, and since that's really just there to advertise Kiesel, what do I care? Why am I paying more to advertise their logo in better? Kiesel, why am I paying more so your logo looks better? That doesn't make sense. I'm gonna go with probably white so that you can at least see it, right? Top coat, clear gloss. We already selected that. Rear and side finish, natural clear. You could have the black back and sides, but I mean, I'm not paying extra to go over the beautiful black limber. That doesn't make sense. So you could go for black burst. Oh, can't do that here. So you could have a black burst, white burst. Can't do that on a fade. California burst, reverse California burst, translucent black burst. Okay. Blood spatter. And the black crackle you can do on almost anything. Okay, cool. But we don't want that. 3-piece body. How many pieces is it if 3-piece body is extra? Wouldn't that mean that it's more than 3 pieces? That doesn't make sense in that price range. So I don't understand what that is, because it should be a 2-piece body. So if I click that, I don't know why it's more. It shouldn't be a 3-piece body. This should be a 2-piece body in that price range. Neck wood. As 1 piece, we could go with black limber. I think the roasted flame maple is out at the moment, even though that's really, really hot. I would go with dark. I would go with walnut. That's my... Or probably actually a 3-piece with walnut and purple heart in the middle. What do you think?
It doesn't match the body.
Walnut and roasted maple, or a 5-piece with walnut and maple stripes. That actually looks nice and gives it some stability. Black limber and maple stripes. Also not bad. Might go for that. Huh? To match the body. I just like textured darker nicks. Okay. Number of frets, roll 24. Neck profile, I do not care. Whatever Kiesel thinks should be on that guitar, that's what I'm going with and that's what I'm playing. Fingerboard wood. I mean, I know what I want. I know what I want, and I want it now. It's a song. The record is neat, but dark. I don't like ebony because it's very dense and you can see the dirt on it easier. Rosewood always works, but color-wise, I don't think so. Maple might not be bad. Zebra wood is a cool option. That's all. Bird's eye could be cool. Roasted bird's eye, but color-wise. I would go for the pale moon ebony because it's got really cool lines in it.
I don't care.
I want the pale moon ebony.
Okay. As long as we're done soon.
Inlay shape. I don't want any inlays. Done. With a beautiful fretboard like that, who needs inlays? Inlay material, don't care. You know, you could have blue inlays or whatever, but we don't have inlays. Frets, yeah, those, whatever. Don't care. Really don't. Yeah, oil neck, of course. Headstock shape, there's one available. We're taking that. Yep, we wanted matching because matching headstocks is where it's at. Painted, yes. Truss rod cover is black here. Cream, nope. White, really not. Oh, you love red tortoiseshell, don't you? Isn't that your favorite thing on guitars?
So ugly.
White perloid, I don't think so. Purple heart doesn't match. Black engraved. Can't do it. I'm gonna go with black. So, you don't care about this. Electronics type, passive. Yes, pickups, 2 humbuckers, yes. Humbucker and single? Let's do 2 humbuckers. I want whatever they put in there because Kiesel knows best when it comes to what pickups to put in their guitars. Who am I to tell them what pickups work? Okay, so the lithium humbucker it is. And the neck, we're gonna go with the Kiesel lithium humbucker because they know what works. But bobbin colors, okay. So the bobbins are the plasticky things on the pickups. They're called bobbins. And you could have them in green. Nope. Not sure they can do double cream or double white. Double cream, I think, is trademarked by a company, which is completely stupid. DiMarzio, I think, has that. Black and white. That could work here. That cannot work. But we can have painted bobbins, and now we're talking. So what fits with the color you picked? Surf green? Actually, the British racing works, at least in theory, in the builder. Does it actually work on the guitar? Tough to say. Color shift green to purple. Blue to purple, nope.
Yeah, that one they just kind of...
The British racing green, yeah.
Kind of disappeared.
We could also take wooden bobbins, which is pretty ridiculous, Kiesel, to charge $500 for 4 slices of veneer. I mean, I'm sure they're nice veneer, but the upcharge for wooden bobbins is $500. It's a bit crazy. Come on. And all of them are $500 upcharge. And I love wooden pickup toppies. And even though I'm not paying for it, I couldn't actually justify picking that. Can't do it. Stained? Whoa, what? What? You can't have them stained in... Okay, that is kind of cool, but also, again, that's 500 plus 200 just for the pickup tops. Not doing it. Don't they have metal? Thought they had an option to just have them covered in metal. we're going to go with British Racing Green, okay? It's in their plastic, but in the right color. Pick up whole pieces, not gold, chrome. Let's go black, huh? 3-position switch is fine. Hardware options, bridge, no trem, hardware color, black or chrome. Definitely not gold. Black or chrome?
Black.
Yep, good choice. Nowhere there do I see an option for locking tuners. What is happening, Kiesel? What? It says at the bottom, not seeing what you're looking for. Yeah, I'm not seeing what I'm looking for, so you're gonna have to have a talk. Knobs. There's only one knob, and it's probably gonna be a black one unless we want one with abalone on top. Leslie doesn't want that. White pearl on top. Tamarind wood on top. Probably black knob, huh? Strap buttons. Nope, don't need strap locks. Elixir 9 to 40. Why can't I put 10s on there? Ah, because it's the multi-scale, which is weird. I'll put 10s on there, trust me. Tuner buttons. White pearloid. Nope. Well, we're getting locking tuners anyway. I honestly, I think I'm going to be good with plastic on the back. Purple Heart doesn't work. An engraved logo with Kyber on it. Again, why are we paying for their advertising? And the flame doesn't work with the whatever thing, black limber. So ebony. Let's go with ebony. That's a little bit finer than just plastic, right? And it's black.
Okay.
So that's it. Got nothing to do with what I spec'd out, but because of some options, this is a non-returnable instrument. So that means if I ordered it that way and I get it and I don't like it, I'm shit out of luck. However, I've played several Kiesel guitars at trade shows over the years, and they were always fantastic. So I absolutely do not expect me to want to return this for whatever reason. So what I now have to do is pretend that's what I'm ordering, then do the actual spec that I want and order that. But that is going to be not in the video. You'll see that when it arrives, because somebody doesn't have taste in guitars. It's nice. It's okay. Just could be stripier.
You made me sit here to help you pick.
Yeah, because it's fun.
No, it's not.
How much fun are we having?
Zero fun.
That's not a lot of fun.
No.
You still love me, right?
And now you're not even taking what I picked.
What? No, not add to cart. No, we're not adding. No. How about I order 2? One for you like that, and one like I want.
Why do I want a guitar? What would I do with it?
People with guitars are the freaking coolest. You married to me. Am I not the freaking coolest? Then who is?
Of the two of us, I am.
And animals at the end.